Divorced mom humiliated at her sister's wedding, until the groom said something that shocked everyone. The elegant wedding reception hall buzzes with conversation and laughter. A champagne glass rings as it's tapped with a silver spoon. Vanessa, radiant in her designer wedding dress, stands with a microphone, her smile not quite reaching her eyes. I want to thank everyone for celebrating my perfect day with Jason and me. Even my sister managed to show up, the cautionary tale of our family. 3 months earlier, morning sunlight streams through thin curtains in a modest but tidy apartment. Camila Marshall, 36, stands before a mirror adjusting her simple blouse. Her fingers trace a faint line at the corner of her eye as she sighs, then straightens her shoulders. From the other room, a young voice calls out, "Mom, have you seen my science worksheet?" Camila's serious expression melts into a smile. This is her life now, a far cry from where everyone expected her to be. Once the golden child of her family, top of her law school class, now a divorced single mother working as a court clerk to make ends meet. But behind her tired eyes lies a quiet determination few have noticed. Life hadn't gone as planned when her husband abandoned her during pregnancy. But Camila had never abandoned her dreams. She'd simply learned to pursue them differently, quietly, with her daughter Mia always at the center of her world. "Mia, it's on the kitchen table where you left it last night," Camila calls, quickly applying a touch of mascara. The bathroom counter holds just a few modest makeup items. Practicality over luxury these days. 10-year-old Mia appears in the doorway, worksheet in hand, her school uniform slightly rumpled. She's the spitting image of Camila at that age, bright-eyed and curious, but with a confidence Camila had to fight to maintain. "Got it. Are we running late again?" Mia asks, her voice free of judgment. Camila checks her watch. "Just on schedule, actually. Grab your lunch from the fridge while I finish up." Their morning routine is a well-choreographed dance of efficiency. Breakfast dishes in the sink, backpack by the door, Camila's work bag packed with both legal documents for her clerk job and, hidden beneath, her own study materials. As they head out the door, Camila pauses to straighten a framed photo on the entryway table. Her law school graduation, toga and cap, her proud parents flanking her, and a younger Vanessa looking somewhat overshadowed. It was the peak of being the family's golden child, before life took unexpected turns. The apartment building is modest but clean, populated by other working families. Mrs. Rodriguez from next door waves as she collects her mail. "Another late night, Camila? I heard you up past midnight again." Camila smiles apologetically. "Just catching up on some work. What the neighbor doesn't know, what no one knows, is that those late nights aren't just about clerk paperwork. They're about reclaiming the dream that was interrupted when David walked out, leaving her 7 months pregnant and emotionally shattered." They climb into Camila's practical sedan, the upholstery clean but showing signs of age. As they drive, Mia chatters about her science project. Camila listens attentively, asking questions that show she's truly engaged, despite the mental to-do list running through her head. "Mom, Sophia's having a pool party for her birthday on Saturday. Can I go?" Camila hesitates. "I have to work the morning shift, sweetheart, but it's not until the afternoon. Please? Everyone's going to be there." The pleading in Mia's eyes is hard to resist. "Let me see if I can swap with Teresa." No promises, though. Dropping Mia off at school, Camila watches her daughter run to join her friends. Other mothers stand in clusters, some in business attire headed to professional jobs, others in designer casual wear with nowhere pressing to be. Camila belongs to neither group, and the subtle glances occasionally cast her way haven't gone unnoticed over the years. At the courthouse, Camila greets security with familiarity, her ID badge worn like second nature. The building has been her second home for years, though not in the capacity she once dreamed. As a court clerk, she manages the massive flow of paperwork that keeps the justice system functioning, invisible but essential. "Morning, Marshall," says Officer Jenkins. "Judge Winters was asking for you. Something about the Henderson file." Camila nods. "Thanks. I'll head there first." The corridors of justice are familiar territory, and Camila navigates them with quiet confidence. Lawyers in expensive suits brush past, some nodding in recognition, others not seeing her at all. 3 years ago, this invisibility might have stung. Now, Camila understands its strategic advantage. In the clerk's office, she settles at her desk, quickly locating the Henderson file. Her colleague Teresa looks up from her computer. "Mail came early. There's something fancy for you." An elegant cream envelope sits atop her keyboard. The embossed lettering catches the fluorescent light. Vanessa Marshall and Jason Bryant. Camila's stomach tightens as she recognizes a wedding invitation. Teresa raises an eyebrow. "Someone important?" "My sister," Camila replies, slipping the envelope into her bag unopened. "I'll look at it later." The workday passes in a blur of filing, organizing, and assisting. During her lunch break, rather than joining colleagues in the break room, Camila finds a quiet corner in the law library. She pulls out a thick textbook and notebook filled with meticulous annotations. This has been her routine for almost 2 years now, stealing moments to study, prepare, rebuild. That evening, after dinner and helping Mia with homework, Camila finally opens the invitation. The elegant card announces the union of Vanessa Marshall and Jason Bryant at the Oakmont Country Club 3 months from now. Attached is a handwritten note from Vanessa. Mom insists I invite you. Mia can be a junior flower girl if she behaves. Try to dress appropriately. Camila sets the invitation down, emotions churning. 3 years of minimal contact, holiday cards, and the occasional awkward family dinner, and this is what their relationship has become. She remembers when they were younger, before competition and judgment created this chasm. Her phone rings. Margaret Marshall, her mother. Did you get Vanessa's invitation? Margaret asks without preamble. Hello to you too, Mom. Yes, it just arrived today. Well, will you be attending? Vanessa needs final numbers soon. Camila hesitates. I don't know, Mom. Things have been so strained. Nonsense. Family is family. Besides, what kind of message would it send if you're not there? People would talk. The implication is clear. More embarrassment for the family to have the divorced daughter absent. I'll think about it, Camila offers. Don't think too long. And Camila, do something about your hair before then. That cut doesn't flatter your face shape. You're not getting any younger. After hanging up, Camila stands at her small apartment window, looking out at the city lights. The weight of family expectations, even now, presses heavily. A small voice interrupts her thoughts. Was that Grandma? Mia stands in her pajamas, a book tucked under her arm. Yes, sweetheart. She was calling about Aunt Vanessa's wedding. Mia's eyes light up. A wedding? Can we go? Will there be cake? Camila can't help but smile. There will definitely be cake, but I'm not sure if we're going. Why not? Is it because Aunt Vanessa was mean to you at Christmas? Children miss nothing, Camila thinks. It's complicated, honey. Adult relationships sometimes are. But she's your sister, and you always tell me that families should try to work things out. Out of the mouths of babes, Camila sits on the sofa and pats the spot beside her. Mia curls up next to her, opening her book. You're right. I should practice what I preach, shouldn't I? As they read together, Camila's mind continues processing. Perhaps this wedding could be an opportunity, not just for potential reconciliation, but for her to finally step back into family gatherings with her head held high. The next evening, after Mia is asleep, Camila pulls out a hidden folder from beneath her bed. Inside are official-looking documents, test scores, application forms, the path she's been quietly forging while everyone, including her family, believed she'd given up. A flashback reveals younger Camila in law school, boldly arguing a mock case, professors nodding in approval. Her future then seemed luminous and certain. Another flash, Camila in a hospital gown, alone, cradling newborn Mia while checking her phone for any response from David. None came. Back in the present, Camila writes a formal response to the wedding invitation, accepting for herself and Mia. Whatever happens, they will face it together, with dignity. The following weeks bring increased study time as Camila prepares for a crucial milestone. Mia has become accustomed to their routine: dinner, homework, then Camila studying at the kitchen table while Mia reads or draws nearby. Mom, what does habeas corpus mean? Mia asks one evening, peering at Camila's notes. Camila looks up, surprised. It's Latin. It means you shall have the body. It's a legal principle that protects people from being held in custody without proper cause. So it helps innocent people? That's right. It's one of the cornerstones of our legal system. Mia considers this. Is that what you wanted to do before? Help innocent people? The question catches Camila off guard. They've never really discussed her abandoned career dreams in detail. Yes, she says softly, and it's still what I want to do. It's just taking a different path than I expected. Because of me? Mia's voice is small. Camila immediately sets down her pen and turns to her daughter. No, sweetheart, never because of you. You are the best thing that ever happened to me. The path changed because of many things, but having you has given me more strength and purpose, not less. Mia digests this, nodding slowly. I think you'd be really good at helping people. You always know what's fair. Camila hugs her daughter, emotion welling. Thank you for believing in me. A week before the wedding, Camila receives a call from an unfamiliar number. Stepping away from her desk at the courthouse, she answers cautiously. Is this Camila Marshall? A formal voice asks. Yes, this is she. This is Judge Henrietta Winter's office. The judge would like to speak with you at your earliest convenience. Camila's heart pounds. Judge Winters is one of the most respected jurists in the district. Of course, I can come right away. In the judge's chambers, Camila sits nervously. The elegant older woman studies her from behind an imposing desk. Mrs. Marshall. Ms. Camila corrects gently. Judge Winters nods. Ms. Marshall, I've been following your progress with interest. Camila blinks in surprise. Did you think no one noticed? Your work as a clerk has been exemplary. But more importantly, your night classes, your bar exam results. Quite impressive for someone balancing single parenthood and full-time employment. Thank you, Your Honor. I've tried to be invisible about it? Yes, I noticed that too. May I ask why? Camila considers her answer carefully. When my personal life fell apart, everyone had opinions about what I should do. Give up law completely. Focus only on motherhood. I found it easier to pursue my goals without constant judgment or unsolicited advice. Judge Winters smiles slightly. I understand completely, but hiding your light won't serve justice, Ms. Marshall. I've reviewed your application for the judicial appointment. Camila's breath catches. She'd applied not expecting anything to come of it for years. The committee was impressed, as was I. There's just one final interview next week. Next week? Camila's thoughts race to the wedding. I have a family commitment. Thursday morning. I believe the wedding is Saturday? Camila nods, wondering how the judge knows this detail. Good. Then there's no conflict. Judge Winters rises, extending her hand. I look forward to potentially calling you colleague soon, Ms. Prazid. Marshall. As the wedding approaches, Camila shops for appropriately modest yet dignified outfits for herself and Mia, stretching her budget to ensure they'll look presentable. The night before the interview, she practices responses in her mirror while Mia pretends to be a tough questioner. What makes you think you'd be a good judge, Ms. Marshall? Mia asks in a deepened voice, using a hairbrush as a microphone. Camila smiles but answers seriously. My experiences have given me a unique perspective on justice. I understand how the system works from the ground up, and I've seen firsthand how legal decisions affect real people's lives. Mia nods approvingly. You're going to ace it, Mom. Thursday morning arrives and Camila dresses in her best suit, the one she's saved for special occasions. Her interview is scheduled for 9 a.m., giving her time to drop Mia at school first. Remember, no matter what happens, I'm already so proud of us, she tells Mia during the drive. We've built a good life together, and it's going to get even better, Mia says with characteristic optimism. You'll see. The interview panel consists of 5 people, including Judge Winters. Camila's nerves settle as soon as she begins speaking about her passion for the law and her vision for serving on the bench. Years of quiet determination flow into articulate responses. After 90 intense minutes, Judge Winters walks her out. The committee will deliberate, but I want you to know personally that I was impressed with your candor and preparation. We'll be in touch very soon. Camila returns to her clerk duties, trying not to fixate on the outcome. The next day passes in a blur of finalizing wedding preparations and helping Mia practice her junior flower girl role. Friday evening, as they're packing for the wedding weekend, Camila's phone rings. Judge Winters' office. Ms. Marshall, the committee has reached its decision. Could you come in tomorrow morning? Tomorrow, the wedding day. I'm actually heading out of town for a family wedding tomorrow, Camila explains. I see. Then I'm authorized to inform you by phone. Congratulations, Ms. Marshall. The appointment is yours if you accept. The world seems to stop after years of struggle and sacrifice, after rebuilding from scratch while caring for Mia, after enduring her family's dismissal of her potential. The dream has materialized. Yes, I accept. Thank you. Thank you so much. The swearing-in will be Tuesday morning. We'll send details by email. And Ms. Marshall? This achievement is well-deserved. Camila sinks onto her bed after hanging up, overwhelmed. Mia peeks in, sensing something important has happened. Mom, are you okay? Camila looks up, tears streaming down her face, but she's smiling. More than okay, sweetheart. I got the position. I'm going to be a judge. Mia's eyes widen before she launches herself into her mother's arms. I knew it. I knew you could do it. They celebrate with ice cream and a dance party in their living room. Later, as Mia sleeps, Camila considers whether to share her news at the wedding. After reflection, she decides against it. This weekend should be Vanessa's moment in the spotlight. There will be time to tell family later, in a less public setting. With that decision made, Camila carefully packs her modest but elegant outfit for the wedding, checks that Mia's junior flower girl dress is wrinkle-free, and finally allows herself to feel the full measure of her accomplishment. Whatever happens tomorrow, she'll walk into that country club knowing her own worth. Saturday morning dawns bright and clear, perfect wedding weather. Camila loads their bags into the car, checking twice to make sure she hasn't forgotten Mia's flower girl accessories. The country club is an hour's drive away, in the affluent suburb where Camila grew up and where her parents still live. As they leave the city behind, Mia watches the landscape change from urban to increasingly exclusive neighborhoods. Large houses set back from tree-lined streets, manicured public spaces, luxury car dealerships instead of discount stores. Was this where you lived before? Mia asks, pressing her nose against the window. Not exactly here, but similar, Camila answers. Grandma and Grandpa's house is about 10 minutes from the country club. It's pretty, but I like our apartment too. Camila smiles at her daughter's loyalty. So do I, sweetheart. As they approach the Oakmont Country Club, the contrast becomes stark. The entrance is flanked by stone pillars and flower beds bursting with professionally maintained blooms. A sign indicates Bryant Marshall Wedding with an arrow. Camila follows it to the designated parking area. The lot is filled with luxury vehicles, sleek German cars, high-end SUVs, even a couple of vintage sports cars. Camila's practical sedan looks conspicuously out of place as she pulls into an empty spot. She checks her appearance in the rearview mirror, tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. "Ready for this?" she asks Mia, who's practically bouncing with excitement. "So ready. Do I look okay?" Mia's dress is simple but pretty, a pale blue that brings out her eyes, purchased on sale but no less lovely for it. "You look beautiful, honey. Remember what we talked about? This is Aunt Vanessa's big day, so we need to be on our best behavior and not do anything to take attention away from the bride." Mia recites, "I remember, Mom." They follow signs to the bridal preparation suite. The country club is even more impressive inside. Polished marble floors, crystal chandeliers, floral arrangements that probably cost more than Camila's monthly rent. A few guests are already arriving for the ceremony, dressed in attire that screams wealth and status. Outside the bridal suite, Camila hesitates, then knocks softly. A bridesmaid she doesn't recognize opens the door, champagne flute in hand. "Yes?" she asks, looking Camila up and down. "I'm Vanessa's sister, Camila, and this is Mia, the junior flower girl." The bridesmaid's expression shifts slightly. "Oh, right, come in. Vanessa mentioned you might be coming." The room is a flurry of activity. Hairstylists, makeup artists, multiple bridesmaids in matching robes taking selfies. In the center of it all is Vanessa, looking radiant in her half-finished wedding attire. Their mother Margaret hovers nearby, directing various aspects of the preparation. Vanessa spots them and offers a perfunctory smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. "You made it. Good." Camila approaches, giving her sister an awkward hug. "Wouldn't miss it. You look beautiful, Vanessa." "Thanks," Vanessa replies, distracted by the makeup artist applying a final touch to her eyes. "Mom, Mia needs to get ready with the flower girls." Margaret turns, noticing them for the first time. "Camila, there you are." She kisses the air beside Camila's cheek, then immediately frowns. "Didn't you get a haircut like I suggested? This style ages you, and you look tired." Before Camila can respond, Margaret turns to Mia with a warmer smile. "Hello, darling. Don't you look pretty? Come with Grandma. I'll take you to the other girls." As Margaret leads Mia away, Camila stands awkwardly in the midst of the bridal chaos. One of the bridesmaids offers her a champagne flute, which she declines. "Water would be fine, thanks." Vanessa glances at her sister through the mirror. "No champagne? Still the responsible one, I see." There's an edge to her voice that Camila chooses to ignore. "It's a bit early for me. Besides, someone needs to drive us home later." Vanessa turns back to the mirror. "Jason's family reserved a block of rooms here at the club. Everyone's staying over for the brunch tomorrow." "We can't. Mia has school on Monday, and I have." Camila stops herself before mentioning the swearing-in ceremony. "Work, I know," Vanessa says dismissively. "The court can't function without its dedicated clerk, right?" One of the bridesmaids leans in to Vanessa. "Your sister works at a courthouse? Is she a lawyer?" Vanessa laughs lightly. She was supposed to be. Top of her class at law school, everyone had such high hopes. Then she threw it all away for a quickie marriage that lasted, what, a year? Camila stands very still, maintaining her composure despite the sting. 10 months. And I didn't throw anything away, Vanessa. Life took a different turn. Right. A turn that left you a single mom working as a clerk while the rest of us actually fulfilled our potential. Vanessa turns to her friend. Jason's the rising star prosecutor downtown. They say he'll make district attorney before he's 40. The bridesmaid looks impressed, casting a pitying glance at Camila. The moment is interrupted when the wedding planner bursts in. "Ladies, ceremony in 45 minutes. Bride, we need final dress fitting now." Grateful for the interruption, Camila slips out to find Mia. She locates her with the other junior attendants, already bonding and practicing their petal-tossing technique under Margaret's supervision. "Mom, I get to hold a special basket with rose petals," Mia calls excitedly. Margaret straightens up. "Camila, there you are. The hair and makeup people could still fit you in if you hurry. You look a bit plain." "I'm fine, Mom, really. I did my own makeup." Margaret frowns. "At least let them add some concealer under your eyes. Those dark circles make you look exhausted." "I said I'm fine," Camila repeats, more firmly this time. "Where should Mia and I be for the ceremony?" Margaret sighs dramatically but provides directions. As they walk through the venue to the garden where the ceremony will take place, they pass Jason's groomsmen gathering for photos. The men are all in expensive tuxedos, laughing and clapping each other on the back. Camila hasn't yet met her future brother-in-law, having missed the engagement party due to work. She's only seen photos and heard Vanessa's gushing descriptions of his legal brilliance and career trajectory. The garden is a vision of elegance, white chairs with satin bows arranged in neat rows, an arch of white roses where the couple will exchange vows, and a string quartet playing softly as guests begin to arrive. Camila and Mia find seats near the back, as no specific place has been reserved for them. Extended family members pass by, some offering brief acknowledgments, others pretending not to notice them. Camila maintains a pleasant expression throughout, though she feels the weight of their judgment. "Mrs. Collins was my third-grade teacher," Mia whispers, pointing discreetly to an older woman several rows ahead. "I didn't know she knew Aunt Vanessa. Your school is in this district, honey. Many people here are connected to the community I grew up in. Is that why they keep looking at us funny?" Camila's heart sinks that Mia has noticed. They're just curious. It's been a while since they've seen us. The ceremony is about to begin when a wedding planner hurries over. "Mia, you need to be with the flower girls at the entrance. Quickly now." Mia looks to Camila, who nods encouragingly. "Go ahead, sweetie. You'll do great." Left alone, Camila feels increasingly conspicuous. An older couple seated nearby whispers while glancing in her direction. She catches fragments. Marshall's elder daughter, and such a shame, and the divorced one. She sits straighter, focusing her attention on the string quartet as they transition to the wedding march. The procession begins, groomsmen and bridesmaids. Then the adorable flower girls, including Mia, who executes her petal scattering with perfect concentration. Finally, Vanessa appears on their father's arm. She is undeniably stunning in her designer gown, a vision of bridal perfection. Despite the tension between them, Camila feels a genuine swell of happiness for her sister. As the bride passes, Camila catches her first clear look at Jason Bryant. Tall and handsome in his tuxedo, he exudes confidence and success, the perfect match for Vanessa's ambitions. Something about him seems vaguely familiar, but Camila can't quite place it. The ceremony proceeds beautifully. The vows are personal and touching, the ring exchange flawless. Throughout it all, Camila notices Jason glancing in her direction several times with a curious expression, as though trying to place her. When the minister pronounces them husband and wife, the crowd erupts in applause. Camila claps sincerely, happy that despite everything, her sister has found someone who clearly adores her. As the newlyweds process back down the aisle, Jason's eyes meet Camila's directly. There's a flash of recognition in his expression, quickly masked as he continues walking with his bride. The guests move toward the reception area as the wedding party remains for photographs. Mia runs back to Camila, beaming with pride. "Did you see me, Mom? I didn't drop any petals too early." "You were perfect, sweetheart." The most beautiful flower girl there. A photographer approaches them. "Excuse me, the bride is asking for the flower girls for photos." Mia looks to Camila for permission. "Go ahead. I'll find our place at the reception." The grand ballroom has been transformed for the reception. Crystal centerpieces, fine china, silver place settings. Guests mill about finding their assigned tables, each marked with an elegant calligraphed card. Camila searches for their names, moving from table to table. She checks the family section first, then the friends of the bride section. Nothing. Finally, she spots Camila, Mia Marshall, at a table near the back of the room, partially hidden behind a decorative column. They've been seated with distant acquaintances and the wedding planner's assistant. Swallowing her hurt, Camila places her small gift on the present table and makes her way to their assigned seats. She introduces herself to the others at the table, who seem surprised to learn she's the bride's sister. "Oh, I assumed you were a work colleague or something," one woman says. "I'm Jason's mother's tennis partner's daughter. Family would usually be seated up front, wouldn't they?" Camila forces a smile. "I'm sure the planners had their reasons. It's a lovely event, isn't it?" The cocktail hour drags as Camila watches her parents and extended family laughing together at prime tables near the dance floor. Margaret catches her eye once but quickly looks away, continuing her conversation with a woman in an expensive suit. Mia finally returns from photos, bubbling with excitement about being included in pictures with the bride. "Aunt Vanessa let me hold her bouquet for one picture, Mom, and the big flower girls were super nice to me." "That's wonderful, honey. Are you hungry? I think dinner will be served soon." As they wait, Camila overhears two women at the next table gossiping, not bothering to lower their voices. That's the sister, the one who had so much potential before she threw it all away on that bad marriage. Such a waste. Top of her class at Northwestern Law, wasn't she? Now look at her, and bringing her child to a formal wedding. Well, I suppose she couldn't afford a sitter on a clerk's salary. Camila keeps her expression neutral, though the words cut deep. She's about to suggest to Mia that they get some air when the MC announces the entrance of the wedding party. Everyone rises, applauding as bridesmaids and groomsmen parade in, followed by the beaming newlyweds. During dinner, several relatives stop by other tables to chat, but no one approaches Camila and Mia, except for Camila's father, who briefly pats Mia's head and asks if she's enjoying the food before being called away by Margaret. "Why aren't we sitting with Grandma and Grandpa?" Mia whispers. Wedding seating is complicated, sweetheart. They have to balance a lot of factors. When the meal concludes, Camila decides to make a proper effort. Taking Mia's hand, she approaches the head table to congratulate the couple. Vanessa, Jason, congratulations. It was a beautiful ceremony. Vanessa accepts her words with a nod. Thanks for coming. Mia did well with the flowers. Jason studies Camila intently. Have we met before? You look familiar. Before Camila can respond, Vanessa laughs. I doubt it, honey. Camila doesn't exactly move in legal circles anymore. Not like she was supposed to. A flash of discomfort crosses Jason's face at his wife's tone. I'm a court clerk downtown. Camila offers simply. That must be it, Jason says, though his expression suggests he's not entirely convinced. He extends his hand. It's good to finally meet you, Camila. Vanessa's mentioned her sister, of course. His politeness only seems to irritate Vanessa, who quickly turns to greet other guests. Jason gives Camila an apologetic look before following his bride. As they return to their table, Margaret intercepts them. Camila, dear, your hair is falling flat. Let me fix it for you. Without waiting for permission, she begins rearranging Camila's carefully styled locks. You always had such problematic hair. Vanessa got the good genes there. Mia watches this interaction with confusion. Mom's hair is pretty. She pipes up loyally. Margaret pats Mia's cheek. Of course it is, darling. I'm just helping her look her best. After all, there are photographers everywhere. The implication that Camila needs fixing to be presentable in photos stings. But she says nothing, not wanting to create a scene. The dancing begins, and Camila watches from their distant table as her sister and new husband take their first dance. They make a striking couple, both so polished and confident. For a moment, Camila allows herself to wonder what her life might have been like if David hadn't left, if she'd followed her original path. The thought is interrupted by Mia tugging her hand. Can we dance too, Mom? When the floor opens to all guests, Camila leads Mia out for a mother-daughter dance. They laugh together as Mia attempts a twirl, momentarily free from the weight of judgment surrounding them. The evening continues with more dancing, cake cutting, and toasts. Throughout it all, Camila notices Jason watching her occasionally with that same puzzled expression, as though trying to solve a mystery. During a lull in the festivities, Camila excuses herself to use the restroom. In the elegant ladies' room, she encounters Vanessa touching up her makeup. Your dress is stunning, Vanessa. You make a beautiful bride. Vanessa meets her eyes in the mirror. Thanks. After a pause, she adds, I'm surprised you came, honestly. You're my sister. Of course I came. We've barely spoken in 3 years, Camila. Let's not pretend we're close. Camila sighs. I know things have been strained. I'd like to fix that if possible. Vanessa applies another coat of lipstick. Fix it? Like you fixed your life after David left? Some things can't be fixed, Camila. Some choices are permanent. Having Mia was never something that needed fixing, Camila says quietly but firmly. And neither was pursuing my own path, even if it wasn't the one everyone expected. Your path is a dead end. Jason says court clerks have no room for advancement. You'll be pushing papers until retirement. Camila almost reveals her news then, but stops herself. This isn't the time or place. I'm happy for you, Vanessa. Truly, Jason seems like a good man. He's brilliant, Vanessa says, pride evident in her voice. He can make or break anyone in court. His conviction rate is the highest in the district. She studies Camila's reflection. It's funny. He could have been your colleague if you hadn't thrown everything away. I didn't throw anything away, Camila repeats, maintaining her composure. I just took a detour that led nowhere. Vanessa gathers her things. Anyway, I should get back. My husband is waiting. As Vanessa leaves, Camila takes a moment to steady herself. The constant reminders of her perceived failure are exhausting, but she reminds herself of Tuesday's swearing-in ceremony. Soon enough, her family will understand she never gave up on her dreams. Returning to the reception, she finds Mia yawning at their table. It's getting late, and they have a long drive home. Perhaps they should leave early, before the bouquet toss and final festivities. Ready to head out, sweetheart? She asks, stroking Mia's hair. Mia nods sleepily. Can we say goodbye to Aunt Vanessa first? Of course. They approach the head table again, where Vanessa is surrounded by bridesmaids and admirers. We're going to head home now, Camila says when there's a break in conversation. Thank you for including us in your special day. Leaving already? Margaret appears beside them. The party's barely started. What will people think? That Mia is 10 years old and it's approaching her bedtime. Camila answers calmly. Margaret frowns. At least stay for Vanessa's speech. She's about to thank everyone. Camila hesitates, but Mia looks genuinely tired. I really think we should, but the MC is already tapping the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, the bride would like to say a few words. All eyes turn to Vanessa, who stands gracefully, champagne in hand. Camila reluctantly remains, one arm around Mia's shoulders. I want to thank everyone for celebrating our perfect day. Vanessa begins, her voice slightly amplified by the champagne she's consumed. Jason and I are so blessed to have such wonderful friends and family supporting us. She continues with typical wedding speech gratitude, acknowledging parents, friends, and wedding party members. Then her gaze finds Camila at the back of the room. I see my sister is trying to sneak out early. Typical Camila, always leaving before the job is done. The room falls uncomfortably silent. Camila freezes, feeling all eyes turned toward her and Mia. A hushed anticipation falls over the reception hall as Vanessa's focus locks onto Camila. The bride's smile remains in place, but something shifts in her eyes, a glint that Camila recognizes from childhood arguments, when Vanessa felt overshadowed and sought to reclaim attention. For those who don't know my older sister, Vanessa continues, her voice carrying through the silent room, let me introduce you to the cautionary tale of our family. Margaret laughs loudly, encouraging others to treat this as good-natured teasing rather than the public humiliation it's quickly becoming. A few nervous titters ripple through the crowd. Even my sister managed to show up today, everyone. Vanessa raises her glass. The former golden child. She went from top of her law school class to divorced single mom nobody wanted. Camila feels Mia stiffen beside her. The little girl's confusion is evident as she looks up at her mother, then back at her aunt. This isn't the lighthearted family teasing a child can easily dismiss. There's venom beneath the words. Mom? Mia whispers, her voice small. Camila places a protective arm around her daughter's shoulders, keeping her expression neutral despite the burning humiliation. She catches sight of her father, who looks uncomfortable but remains silent. Other guests shift awkwardly in their seats, some averting their eyes, others watching with the morbid fascination of witnessing a car crash. Vanessa, perhaps this isn't the appropriate. Jason begins quietly, standing beside his new wife. But Vanessa is too far into her speech, fueled by champagne and years of perceived competition. Let's raise a glass to second chances. Well, maybe third or fourth chances in Camila's case. She laughs. From law school star to court clerk, talk about aiming high. Margaret rises from her seat, adding, why would anyone want a used product? At least Vanessa knows how to keep a man. The cruel comment lands like a physical blow. Several guests gasp. Camila sees Jason's expression transform to one of genuine shock at his mother-in-law's words. Camila feels her hands begin to shake, but she keeps her head high. This isn't just about her anymore. Mia is witnessing everything, learning how family can sometimes wound deepest. This stops now. Mia, we're leaving, she says quietly but firmly, taking her daughter's hand. Running away again, Camila? Vanessa calls. That's becoming your signature move. Camila turns toward the exit, guiding Mia through the scattered tables. She can feel curious eyes follow their retreat, hear the murmurs spreading. Mia's small hand trembles in hers. Why is Aunt Vanessa being mean? Mia whispers, confusion and hurt evident in her voice. Sometimes people say unkind things when they're unhappy inside. Camila answers softly. It's not about us, honey. They're halfway to the door when a strong male voice cuts through the uncomfortable murmurs. I'd like to say something, if I may. Jason has taken the microphone from his wife, his expression serious and determined. Vanessa looks startled, clearly not expecting this intervention. Camila pauses despite herself, turning slightly. There's something in Jason's tone that compels attention. I'd like to say something about Camila, Jason continues, his voice steady. Or should I say, Your Honor? The room falls completely silent. Camila freezes, her escape halted by those two unexpected words. What none of you seem to know, Jason says, looking around the room, is that Camila Marshall passed the bar exam last year while working full-time and raising her daughter alone. Gasps spread through the crowd as heads swivel between Jason and Camila. She was sworn in as a places patience, 4-3 heads 4-3s while rounds of Kamla, judge last month, the youngest in our district's history. Camila stands perfectly still, caught between embarrassment and vindication. She hadn't wanted this revelation to happen this way, at her sister's wedding of all places. Yet there's no denying the sweet relief of having her silent achievements finally acknowledged. Margaret's mouth opens in shock. Vanessa's triumphant expression crumbles, replaced by confusion and disbelief. That's not possible. Vanessa stammers into the silence. She's a court clerk. She's been a clerk for years. Jason nods. Yes, she has, while also putting herself through night classes, studying for the bar exam, and raising a remarkable daughter. He looks directly at Camila. I couldn't place where I knew you from until midway through the ceremony. You presided over the Harrington case last week, didn't you? Camila nods slightly, finding her voice. I did. Your ruling was impeccable, Jason continues. The legal community has been talking about it. A first-year judge handling such a complicated case with that level of insight. It's impressive. Mia tugs at Camila's hand, her eyes wide with excitement. Everyone knows you're a judge now, Mom. The innocent comment breaks some of the tension, causing a ripple of gentle laughter. Mia's pride in her mother is palpable and affecting. Jason continues, his expression sincere. Judge Marshall kept her achievement quiet, not wanting to overshadow today's celebration. He looks pointedly at Vanessa. That speaks to her character, I think. Vanessa stands frozen beside him, her celebratory speech forgotten. Margaret has sunk back into her chair, for once speechless. I'll be appearing in her courtroom next month for the Donovan trial, Jason adds. I consider it an honor, and quite frankly, a challenge. Her reputation for fairness and insight is already growing. Murmurs spread through the crowd as the information sinks in. Camila can see the shift happening. Guests who moments ago were avoiding eye contact now looking at her with newfound respect and curiosity. Several legal professionals in attendance whispered to each other, clearly processing this news about a new judge in their midst. I think we've all misjudged someone today, Jason concludes, handing the microphone back to the stunned MC. In the silence that follows, Camila gently guides Mia toward the door again. She has no desire to further disrupt Vanessa's wedding with what will inevitably become a focus on her achievement. As they reach the exit, she hears footsteps behind them. Judge Marshall, a moment please. She turns to find an older gentleman approaching, Wallace Bennett, senior partner at one of the city's most prestigious law firms. She recognizes him from courthouse encounters. I had no idea we had a rising star in our midst, he says, extending his hand. The Harrington ruling was brilliantly reasoned. We've been following your work with great interest. Thank you, Mr. Bennett. That's kind of you to say. Not kind, accurate. We have a judicial roundtable next month. We'd be honored if you'd consider participating. Camila nods, aware of guests watching this interaction. I'll check my calendar. Please have your office contact mine. The simple, professional exchange feels surreal after the emotional chaos of moments before. As Bennett steps away, several other guests approach, attorneys, legal professionals, even a state representative who serves on the Judicial Committee. Mia watches with wide eyes as her mother is suddenly treated with deference and professional respect by the very crowd that had been whispering about her earlier. Is this why you were studying so hard? Mia asks quietly. Yes, sweetheart. I wanted to surprise you when it was official. I just didn't expect everyone to find out this way. I think it's awesome, Mia says decisively. You're the coolest mom ever. From across the room, Camila sees her mother approaching, expression a complex mix of shock, confusion, and the first hints of what might be pride struggling to surface. Camila, Margaret begins, her usual confident tone wavering. Why didn't you tell us? Your father and I had no idea you were pursuing my dreams despite every discouragement. Camila supplies calmly. I learned it was easier to succeed without constant judgment, Mom. Margaret flinches slightly at the gentle rebuke. But we're your family. We should have been at your swearing-in. The ceremony is actually this Tuesday. Camila corrects her. Today was just when I received official confirmation. I didn't want to take attention from Vanessa's wedding. Nearby guests observe this exchange with interest. Margaret becomes aware of their audience and quickly adjusts her demeanor. Well, of course we'll be there on Tuesday. My daughter, a judge. Her voice rises deliberately, ensuring others hear. I always knew you had it in you, Camila. You were always so determined. The abrupt revisionism would be almost comical if it weren't so transparent. Camila chooses not to challenge it directly. Tuesday at 10 a.m., County Courthouse, main ceremonial room, she says instead. Mia will be holding the Bible for my oath. Your father and I wouldn't miss it, Margaret insists, already reimagining herself as the supportive mother of an accomplished daughter. We should celebrate. Perhaps dinner afterward? Before Camila can respond, she spots Vanessa standing alone by the head table, Jason having moved to speak with his groomsmen. Her sister looks lost, the triumph of her wedding day now sharing space with the unexpected revelation about her supposedly failure of a sister. Excuse me, Mom. There's something I need to do before we leave. Camila approaches Vanessa carefully, aware that this moment requires delicacy. When she reaches her sister, they stand in awkward silence for a moment. Congratulations, Vanessa finally says, voice tight. You certainly know how to make an entrance. This wasn't my doing, Vanessa. I had no intention of sharing my news today. Right, my husband did that for you. Bitterness edges her words. I'm sorry it happened this way, Camila says sincerely. This is your day, and nothing should have overshadowed that. Vanessa meets her eyes, vulnerability briefly visible beneath her bridal perfection. Why didn't you tell any of us? All this time we thought that I was a failure. Camila supplies gently. Yes, that became very clear. Vanessa has the grace to look ashamed. That speech was out of line. I had too much champagne, and it revealed how you truly see me. Camila finishes, which is why I kept my journey private. It's hard to climb when others are expecting you to fall. The truth of this lands between them. Years of competition and misunderstanding distilled into one exchange. For what it's worth, Camila continues, your wedding was beautiful. You and Jason seem well matched. I wish you both all the happiness in the world. She extends her hand, offering a truce rather than seeking an apology she knows isn't yet forthcoming. After a moment's hesitation, Vanessa takes it. Good luck with the Donovan case, Vanessa says, attempting normalcy. Jason says it's complicated. It is, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. They share a moment of tentative understanding before Camila steps back. Mia and I should be going. Enjoy the rest of your reception. It truly is your day, Vanessa. As Camila turns to leave, she finds Jason standing nearby, having observed their exchange. Judge Marshall, he says formally, extending his hand. I apologize if my announcement caused discomfort. I couldn't stand by while your new family humiliated a respected member of the judiciary. Camila offers with the first small smile of the evening. Jason returns the smile, relief evident, something like that. Though in fairness, I didn't know you were related to Vanessa until I got engaged. Court schedules and wedding planning don't leave much time for connecting the dots. Understandable, and no apology necessary. The truth would have emerged eventually. Jason glances back at Vanessa, then lowers his voice. I married into this family thinking I understood its values. I was wrong about some things, but I hope we can maintain a professional relationship despite the personal complications. I don't see why not, Camila replies. Though I should warn you, I maintain strict impartiality in my courtroom, counselor. I would expect nothing less, Your Honor. With a final nod, Camila returns to Mia, who waits patiently near the exit. They make their way out of the reception hall, through the elegant lobby, and into the cool evening air. The contrast with their entrance just hours ago is striking then. They were nearly invisible. Now, several departing guests nod respectfully as they pass. In the parking lot, Camila's practical sedan sits among the luxury vehicles, no longer seeming out of place but rather a testament to priorities and choices. As she helps Mia into the car, her daughter yawns widely. That was quite a wedding, Camila says, buckling her own seatbelt. Mia rests her head against the seat. Everyone knows you're important now. I was always important, sweetie. To you, to myself, to the justice system I serve. Recognition is nice, but it doesn't define worth. As they drive away from the glittering country club, Camila feels a curious mixture of emotions. Lingering hurt from the public humiliation, satisfaction at the validation, and most complicated of all, a tentative hope that perhaps this unexpected revelation might eventually lead to healing within her family. Mom? Mia's sleepy voice breaks the silence. I'm really proud of you, not just for being a judge, but for not being mean back when they were mean to you. Camila reaches over to squeeze her daughter's hand, heart full. Thank you, sweetheart. That means more to me than any title ever could. The drive home passes in comfortable silence, Mia dozing against the window while Camila processes the events of the day. The city skyline emerges on the horizon, familiar and welcoming after the tension of the country club. By the time they reach their apartment building, Mia is sound asleep. Come on, sleepyhead, Camila whispers, gently rousing her daughter. Just a few more steps and then bed. Mrs. Rodriguez is checking her mailbox in the lobby when they enter. She looks up with her usual friendly smile. How was the fancy wedding? You two look exhausted. It was eventful, Camila replies diplomatically. Well, you both look lovely. That dress suits you, Camila. The simple, genuine compliment feels like balm after the cutting remarks she'd endured earlier. Thank you, Mrs. Rodriguez. That's kind of you to say. Upstairs, Camila helps a half-asleep Mia out of her dress and into pajamas. As she tucks her daughter in, Mia stirs. Mom, are Grandma and Grandpa coming to your judge ceremony now? They said they are. Do you think they're proud of you? The innocent question lodges in Camila's heart. I think they're surprised right now. Pride might take a little time. That's silly, Mia mumbles, eyes already closing. Everyone should have been proud of you all along. Camila kisses her forehead. Get some sleep, wise one. Later, as Camila removes her makeup and changes into comfortable clothes, her phone buzzes repeatedly. Text messages and calls have been accumulating since they left the wedding. A message from Margaret. We must talk about this judge position. Call me first thing tomorrow. From her father. Congratulations, Camila. I'm sorry about tonight. From an unknown number. Judge Marshall. This is Wallace Bennett. My firm would be honored to host a small reception celebrating your appointment. Please call my office Monday. Most surprising is a message from Jason. I apologize again for the way things unfolded. Vanessa is processing. This doesn't excuse today's behavior, but perhaps explains it. She's always felt she lived in your shadow growing up. The roles seemed reversed these past few years, and she became comfortable in that dynamic. Change is difficult for her. I believe with time, she'll recognize her behavior was unacceptable. For what it's worth, I'm looking forward to appearing in your courtroom, professionally speaking. Camila appreciates his insight. The sibling dynamic has always been complicated, with Vanessa competing for attention while Camila tried to live up to expectations. Perhaps tonight was the first step toward a more honest relationship, however painful the catalyst. She responds only to her father. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate that. See you Tuesday? His reply comes quickly. Absolutely. Your mother is already planning what to wear. I'm proud of you, kiddo. The simple message brings unexpected tears. In all the years since her divorce, through all the struggle and silent determination, her father's pride has been something she's missed without fully acknowledging it. The next morning, Sunday, Camila lets Mia sleep in while she makes coffee and reviews case files for the coming week. The previous night feels almost dreamlike now. The humiliation, the revelation, the sudden shift in how she was perceived. Her phone rings just after 9. Margaret, predictably. Camila, we need to discuss Tuesday. Your father and I will absolutely be there. Should we host a lunch afterward? The club would be perfect. Mom, Camila interrupts gently. I appreciate the support, but I've already made plans. The courthouse is hosting a small reception after the formal ceremony, but surely family should celebrate separately. We could invite the Prescotts and Jacobsons. They always asked about you, you know. Camila recalls these family friends who had written her off after her divorce. Mom, this isn't a social opportunity. It's a professional milestone. Of course, dear, but connections are everything in your field. And now that you're a judge, Margaret's voice fairly bubbles with newfound pride. Now that I'm a judge, nothing has changed about who I am, Camila says firmly. I'm still the same person I was before Jason made that announcement. There's a telling pause before Margaret responds. Well, yes, but people will view you differently now. Your position reflects on the family. Does it? Because last night it seemed the family was quite comfortable viewing my life as a cautionary tale. The pointed reminder creates an uncomfortable silence. Vanessa was out of line. Margaret finally admits. The champagne went to her head. She feels terrible about it. Does she? Camila asks, not masking her skepticism. Because I haven't heard from her directly. It was her wedding night, Camila. Be reasonable. Camila takes a deep breath, choosing her next words carefully. Mom, I'm happy for you and Dad to attend on Tuesday. Mia will be thrilled to have you there. But I need you to understand something. I don't need or want a sudden rush of approval because of my title. I needed support during the journey, not just celebration at the destination. Margaret is uncharacteristically silent for a moment. I suppose we weren't as supportive as we could have been. She concedes reluctantly. No, you weren't. But Tuesday can be a fresh start if you'd like it to be. After finalizing details for the ceremony, Camila ends the call feeling cautiously optimistic. Years of family dynamics won't change overnight, but perhaps this unexpected revelation has opened a door for healthier relationships moving forward. Later that afternoon, while Mia is working on homework, the doorbell rings. Camila opens it to find a delivery person with a large flower arrangement. The card reads simply, "Congratulations, Your Honor. Looking forward to Tuesday. Your family is welcome at the courthouse reception. Judge Henrietta Winters." Camila smiles, touched by her mentor's thoughtfulness. She places the flowers on the kitchen table, where Mia exclaims over them. "They're from Judge Winters, the one who helped me through the application process," Camila explains. "They're pretty," Mia says, then asks hesitantly, "Mom, are you still happy about being a judge, even though it wasn't supposed to come out that way?" Camila sits beside her daughter. "Absolutely. I worked very hard for this, and I'm proud of what I've accomplished. How it became public knowledge doesn't change that." "Good," Mia says decisively, "because you deserve it." Monday morning brings a flurry of activity as they return to their normal routine. School for Mia, a final day as court clerk for Camila. The courthouse buzzes with the news. Colleagues stopping by her desk to offer congratulations or express surprise. "You kept that quiet," Teresa remarks, both impressed and slightly hurt. "I had no idea you were even taking the bar exam." "I didn't want to jinx it," Camila explains. "And frankly, I was tired of people having opinions about my choices." Teresa nods in understanding. "Well, for what it's worth, I think it's amazing. Though we'll miss you down here in the trenches." "I won't be far," Camila assures her. "Just upstairs with a fancier desk and a robe." By afternoon, Camila has completed the paperwork for her transition from clerk to judge. As she clears out her desk, Judge Winters appears. "Ready for tomorrow?" the older woman asks. "As ready as I'll ever be," Camila replies. "Thank you for the flowers. They brightened our Sunday." Judge Winters sits in the visitor's chair. "I heard about the wedding revelation. Courthouse gossip travels fast. Are you all right?" "I am. It wasn't how I planned to share my news with family, but maybe it was necessary. Sometimes the bandage needs to be ripped off," Judge Winters observes. "Now, about tomorrow, I've arranged for your daughter to have a special role in the ceremony, if she's comfortable with it." Camila smiles. "She'll be thrilled. She's already practiced holding the Bible very still." "Excellent. And Camila, remember that you've earned this position through merit and determination. No matter what anyone says tomorrow, family included, you belong on that bench." The swearing-in ceremony on Tuesday morning is everything Camila could have hoped for. The ceremonial courtroom is filled with colleagues, legal professionals, and yes, family. Margaret and Richard Marshall sit in the front row, both dressed impeccably. Her father gives her an encouraging nod as she enters in her new judicial robe. More surprising is the presence of Vanessa and Jason in the second row. Vanessa looks uncomfortable but present, which feels like an important first step. Judge Winters presides over the ceremony with dignity and warmth. When it's time for the oath, Mia steps forward proudly, holding the Bible with perfect steadiness as Camila places her hand upon it and repeats the solemn words that will guide her judicial career. I, Camila Elizabeth Marshall, do solemnly swear that I will administer justice without respect to persons, and do equal right to the poor and to the rich, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me under the Constitution and laws of this state. So help me God. After the formal ceremony, colleagues and family gather for the reception. Margaret is in her element, introducing herself to everyone as Judge Marshall's mother, while Richard stands by more quietly, occasionally catching Camila's eye with a small smile. During a brief lull, Vanessa approaches her sister, looking elegant but subdued. "Congratulations," she says, extending her hand formally. "Thank you for coming," Camila replies, accepting the gesture. "I wasn't sure you would." Vanessa glances around the impressive ceremonial space, noting the respect with which others treat her sister. "I almost didn't. This is a lot to process." "I understand. Do you?" Vanessa asks quietly. "Because I'm not sure I do. One minute you're the family disappointment, the next you're the youngest judge in district history." "I was never the family disappointment, Vanessa. That was just your perception and Mom's. I was always working toward this, just not publicly." Vanessa looks away. "I should apologize for the wedding. I was drunk and jealous." "Jealous? Of what? You've always been the smart one, the accomplished one. Growing up, it was exhausting living in your shadow." Vanessa's honesty is unexpected. When your life seemed to fall apart, it was, I don't know, validating somehow. Like maybe I could be the successful sister for once. "And now we've come full circle," Camila observes. "Something like that." Vanessa hesitates. "I'm not proud of how I acted. Jason was furious with me afterward. He seems like a good man." "He is. Better than I deserve, probably." Vanessa straightens her shoulders. "Anyway, congratulations. The robe suits you. It's not a complete reconciliation, but it's a beginning. An acknowledgement of past wrongs and perhaps a foundation for a more honest relationship." The reception continues with speeches and well wishes. Judge Winters presents Camila with her own gavel, a tradition for new judges. Mia stands beside her mother throughout, beaming with pride. As the event winds down, Richard approaches his elder daughter. "Your mother and I would like to take you and Mia to dinner this weekend," he says. "A proper celebration, just family." "I'd like that, Dad." He hesitates, then adds, "I owe you an apology, Camila. I should have stood up for you more over the years. After David left and you had Mia, I let your mother's disappointment drown out my pride in how you handled adversity." The admission touches Camila deeply. "Thank you for saying that. You've become a remarkable woman, and Mia is a credit to your parenting." From across the room, Margaret signals that it's time to leave. "Sunday dinner?" Richard confirms. "I'll make sure your mother behaves." Camila laughs genuinely. "Deal." 6 months later, Camila presides over a crowded courtroom, her judicial robe no longer feeling new but comfortably part of her identity. The Donovan case mentioned by Jason is on the docket, and he stands at the prosecutor's table, presenting his opening arguments with professional precision. Their courtroom interaction reveals nothing of their family connection, both maintaining absolute professionalism. When Camila rules on an objection against Jason, there's no hint of personal consideration, only the law as she interprets it. That evening, Camila's apartment, now a slightly larger unit in the same building, hosts a Sunday dinner that would have been unimaginable a year ago. Margaret and Richard sit at the table with Mia between them. Vanessa and Jason occupy the other side, with Camila at the head. The conversation flows more easily now, though occasional tensions still surface when old patterns emerge. "I read about your ruling in the Morton case," Margaret says, having become an avid follower of legal news since Camila's appointment. "The paper said it was insightful and nuanced." "Mom's super fair," Mia chimes in. "She always listens to both sides of a story. A trait that would serve all of us well," Richard observes meaningfully, glancing between his daughters. The relationship between Camila and Vanessa remains a work in progress. The wedding revelation forced a reckoning that continues to unfold in small moments of both connection and distance. They may never be best friends, but they've found a more honest footing. After dinner, while Mia shows her grandparents her science project in her bedroom, Camila, Vanessa, and Jason linger at the table. "I've been meaning to tell you," Camila says, "I'm starting a mentorship program for single parents in the legal profession. The first cohort begins next month." "That's impressive," Jason responds. "Will you need volunteer speakers? I'd be happy to contribute." "Actually, yes, I'd appreciate that." Vanessa watches this exchange, then asks, "Why single parents specifically?" "Because the legal path is especially challenging for them," Camila explains. Childcare during night classes, financial pressures, time management, all while being the sole emotional support for their children. I had to figure it out alone, but others shouldn't have to. Vanessa considers this. I could help with the program launch. Event planning is my specialty after all. The offer surprises Camila. That would be really helpful, actually. Consider it a belated apology, Vanessa says simply. Later, after everyone is gone, Camila and Mia prepare for the school week ahead. As they organize backpacks and lunch containers, Mia notices a package that arrived earlier. You forgot to open this, Mom. It's a flat, rectangular gift wrapped in silver paper. The card reads, "For your wall of memories, V.J." Inside is a framed photo from Vanessa's wedding, not the moment of humiliation, but afterward. It captures Camila standing tall in her modest dress, Mia beaming beside her, as Jason raises a respectful toast in the background. The inscription on the silver frame reads, "To the strongest woman we know, where should we put it?" Mia asks, studying the photo. Camila considers the image, a moment that marked both an ending and a beginning, a public unveiling of private determination. On the mantle, I think, she decides, with the other important memories. As they place the photo alongside Mia's school portraits and Camila's judicial appointment photo, Mia asks, "Are you glad we went to the wedding?" Camila looks at her daughter, then at the collection of images that tell their story, struggles and triumphs, setbacks and achievements. "Some journeys are difficult," she says thoughtfully, "but necessary to find our true place in the world. So yes, I'm glad we went." Mia nods, satisfied with this wisdom. "Me too, and I'm really glad everyone knows how amazing you are now." Camila smiles, pulling her daughter close. The only person whose opinion truly matters has known all along. Outside their window, the city lights shimmer against the darkening sky. Tomorrow, Judge Camila Marshall will return to her courtroom, continuing the work she was always meant to do. The path wasn't what she planned, but standing here now, she wouldn't trade her daughter or what she's learned for anything in the world. Have you ever experienced a moment when someone underestimated you? Or perhaps you've been guilty of judging someone without knowing their full story. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Life rarely follows the paths we initially envision. For Camila Marshall, what seemed like a devastating detour, an abandoned marriage, and early motherhood, ultimately led to her greatest strengths. Her determination to succeed not for validation but for herself and her daughter gave her a resilience that no courtroom challenge could shake. Thanks for watching. Until next time.